Good morning, dear hearts. Welcome to review. Again, we are on lesson 174 in our review, and God is but love, and therefore so am I, so are you. Our central thought that is guiding our entire review. So each review lesson is preceded with God is but love, and therefore so am I. And it is followed with God is but love, and therefore so am I. So we say that throughout the day, which we are meant to. We are meant to have this awareness that God is love, and so am I. So am I. These are, thoughts that will totally and completely change how we think, what we think, and then how and what we experience. But this is a course in retraining or remembering of the mind, and this is a thought that really needs to be remembered, rejoined, that God is but love, and therefore so am I. So today, the first lesson that we are reviewing is into his presence would I enter now. And as I've been doing, if you've been watching the review lessons this year, you will see that I've taken a different approach, and I am taking sentences and thoughts out of the introduction to the review, because again, it has so much information in it. It's just packed with what it is we are attempting to do with this review. What is the direction we are meant to go in with this review? Yes, we say God is but love, and therefore so am I, but there is a direction, there is a destination for every lesson, for every review, for every section of lessons. They are all cohesive. The entire course is cohesive. It is joined together so beautifully that there is not one thought in it that does not belong. So one thought joins with the next and the next. So today, into his presence would I enter now, and we look at that word presence. What is his presence? God's presence is light, it is love, it is that touch of heaven upon our life when we enter into where God would have us be. Into his presence would I enter now. It is the condition of being present. It is the condition of being here now. And it is contained within the mind, because there is nothing else but mind. And in the introduction for the review, as I've been going through it, and we're going in for this one into paragraph 8, and it starts with, it's the 5th line, that God would not have heaven incomplete. Into his presence would I enter now. God is but love, and therefore so am I. And heaven, it waits for you as I do. God waits for us. And I am incomplete without your part in me. Into his presence, into Christ's presence would I enter now, so that we may indeed be complete. And as I am made whole, we go together to our ancient home, prepared for us before time was, and kept unchanged by time, immaculate and safe, as it will be at last when time is done. Into his presence, into that presence would I enter now. And God is but love, and therefore so am I. The second lesson for review is, today I learned to give as I receive. When we first received this lesson, when we first saw it, and it's a review of lesson 158, it was asking what has been given you, and then it's the knowledge that you are mind, in mind, and purely mind, sinless forever, wholly unafraid, because you were created out of love. God is but love, and therefore so am I. And today I learned to give that as I receive. So I learned to give the love from which I was created and give it to everyone. There's a couple of different sentences within the introduction that I think are very much appropriate and build upon this idea to help to bring it in even closer to us. And one is in the fourth paragraph, and it happens to be the fourth line, which is preceded by God is but love, and therefore so am I. This self alone knows love. This self alone is perfectly consistent in its thoughts, knows its creator, understands itself, is perfect in its knowledge and its love, and never changes from its constant state of union with its Father and its self. So in that constant state of union, today I learn to give as I receive and know and realize that constant state of union. This is exactly what I will give, because God is but love, and therefore so am I. And then in paragraph 7, the very first line, is it the first line? It is. It starts that my resurrection comes again each time I lead a brother safely to the place at which the journey ends and is forgot, that I give as I receive. I give that resurrection that I have experienced, that I have received. And I am renewed each time a brother learns there is a way from misery and pain. And again, I've used these lines before, and I'm sure I will again. It is repetitive, but it is consistent, and that is why it is repetitive, because we can see in each of these different lines, each of these parts of the text that we are given, we can see how each lesson shines within it. And of course, it starts by, the review begins by telling us that, in doing this review, this line, this central thought, God is but love, and therefore so am I, we will see how it magnifies, how it clarifies each of the review lessons. So in that I am reborn each time a brother's mind turns to the light in him and looks for me, because I give as I receive. And I have forgotten no one. I give as I receive. And I give to all because I have received all. And help me now to lead you back to where the journey was begun, to make another choice with me. Today I learn to give everything I have received, because that is how it is meant to be, because God is but love. And therefore so am I, so are you. That's it for today's review. Hope this helped. Hope this is making sense. Please like, share, and of course subscribe. I stopped saying it at the beginning. I'll probably go back to that at some point, but right now, please share these review lessons with anyone that you think will benefit from that, especially if they are in the midst of their course study. And comment and pray. And please be back here tomorrow to see what other little messages I might have for you. Namaste.